Hi folks, it's Nella here. Um, so I've been wanting to make this video for about a week, but I hadn't been well enough to do it. So I have had a change of dolly plans. Don't worry, I'm still getting Benji a body. If only because I really want him to have a body, and also it's kind of creeping out everyone in my house that they come into my room and, oh yeah, there's a head on the table. I'll admit, it's a bit creepy. But I'm not going to be getting Faust after I get Benji's body. Instead, I am going to be reshelling Fleur. Surprise! I actually have been thinking about it for over a year now, and actually making that response video to Denali Wind about alternative sculpts, and also talking it over with my sister, who is also in the hobby. I decided that, yeah, it just makes far more sense for me to reshell Fleur's character. As much as I love her character, and I do like the sculpt that she is currently in, the body is just way too awkward. The body is sculpted quite nicely, especially the torso, but the positioning of the arms always looks awkward and very dull, like it never looks natural. She's also single jointed, so she's really limited in what poses she can do. And like I said, almost every pose that she's in always looks very awkward and unnatural, which doesn't suit her character at all, and it really limits what I can do with her character, which sucks because I love her character. So yeah, Fleur's going to get reshelled into the sculpt actually that I talked about in the aforementioned prompt response. So she is going to become a Dreaming Doll Bella in normal skin. Thankfully that is actually a size that's pretty much the same as what she already is, so I don't have to get her new eyes or anything. But that means that I'm also going to get Drew a new head. Because I like the new body she has, but her head does look completely oversized on it. And for the heck of it, I decided to see what a 6'7" head would look like on that same body. I put Viviana's head on it, and it looks far more in proportion. It's still a little bit bobble-headed, but it looks far more in proportion. As a side note, Viviana looks hilarious on Drew's body. It looks so weird. So I'll be also getting a new head for Drew. But don't worry, I'm not actually going to be selling their current shells. And that was actually the first question out of both my sister and my mom when I said that I'm going to be reshelling Fleur was, well, actually I'll say how my mom said. She went, but you're not going to be selling Fleur as in the current doll, are you? And I, what? No, of course not. Because like I said, I do still really like the sculpt, it doesn't work for the character. Which is why actually you can see that they are not dressed as their usual characters. Well, not with the wigs and eyes. Drew is a bit hard because everything I have is actually pretty much for her character. But it's a lot more obvious with my myth doll that this is not Fleur. She's actually wearing Viviana's old eyes, so they're blue and green. And she's wearing a blonde wig from Soul Doll that Ethel came with, actually. And surprisingly enough, it suits the skin tone, which surprises me mostly because Fleur is... not Fleur. Because my myth doll here is so yellowed, I really thought that this blonde, which is extremely yellow, would look horrible, but it actually looks very natural, which is kind of weird. Yes, so my battery is about to die, so there's going to be a quick scene change, and I'll continue.
And then back.
So, like I said, I'm not going to be getting rid of their old shells, even though I'm going to be reshelling them. So what am I going to do with the old shells? Well, I'm going to make characters to suit their old shells with new, different wing size, all that stuff. And I kind of knew, I had a feeling something like this would happen. That's part of the reason why I hadn't put Drew's old body up for sale. Second reason is I've never sold a doll before, and I knew that, like, I had no clue what price to put the body at, and I knew I wouldn't be getting that much for it anyway. So it's good that I kept it. So I know it's a bit weird. Whoops, forgot to warn you, doll immunity. So what I'm going to do with Drew's old shell, the Bobobi Pixie, with 3-part mature body. Basically I'm going to mod this body into something I actually like. The way her jointing is, I feel she has a lot of potential. I love that the knees are double jointed and the arms are single jointed, but they have a floating ball, which I always thought was kind of cool. They have a good locking mechanism. And I feel like the 3-part torso has potential. I like that she can kind of slouch, you know. But of course the main thing that always got me, you can see in profile here, the boobs. One of my friends and I, we actually had a joke about it. We said that what happened when they were sculpting this body was they got the body all done, and they went, wait a moment, this is a girl, we're forgetting something. And then they just took like a lump of clay and just slapped it on and went, there you go, that's good enough. Because you look like, they're a really weird shape, they kind of just stick directly out. It's completely out of proportion with the rest of her. So of course the first mod I would do on this body is sand these down. Probably just sand down the top more to make it a more natural shape, I guess. I also think that I'll use some epoxy to round out her lower half. Probably keep the middle joint the same. And also I was thinking that I would give this body webbed hands. I mean, the hands are already a very unnatural shape. And I've always wanted a doll with webbed hands, so why not make one? So yes, the plan for Drew's old shell is to make a fantasy ice spirit. Maybe some sort of Nixie. But keeping a similar color scheme to this. So white hair, pale blue eyes, and then a fantasy face up. As well as mods. Lots of mods. I'm going to go mod happy with that body. For Fleur's old shell, I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of leaning towards another statue from the Curiosity Shop, maybe a painting. Basically, I think what's going to happen is I'll take the face up off and I'll see what comes to mind. I'm thinking kind of more citrusy colors. Just because she is so yellowed, I kind of want to play that up, if that makes any sense. And yeah, I'm actually really, really surprised how much I like this combination with this mold. I was thinking it was going to look really weird, but it actually looks nice. But I haven't tried. I have some cat eyes, and if those look okay in her, then maybe she'll be a cat girl. I don't know. I have more experimenting to do with this one. So yeah, apologies for the long video, but yep, that's the big news in my doll plans and how they've changed. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. Bye.